Welcome to TechieCast Jax. Joe Holbrook here, the Cloud Tech Guy. Really excited that you're here today because we're going to focus on a subject around FinOps. Now, FinOps is financial operations. This is really an important concept where we need to make sure that we understand that the cloud spending is going to be a challenge that we have to deal with in our enterprise environments, especially when we have what is typically a disparate organization. We have development over here, we have production over there, then we might have QA, and then we might have teams overseas and teams in the US. So why exactly should DevOps professionals learn about FinOps? Well, first is we need to realize that from a cost perspective, that the cloud is one of those OpEx expenditures that just doesn't seem to go down. It just goes up and up and up. And because of that, organizations, especially from the CFO level, that part of the organization is really looking deep into how we spend our money. Now, as a DevOps professional, typically we're used to just deploying resources that we need to get the job done. So if we need to have 100 virtual machines or who knows how many containers deployed running Kubernetes, then, well, we just deploy typically what we feel is going to be needed. And that could be an AMI that's probably twice the size of what we need, or it could be 10 times bigger than what we need. And this is something that commonly I have ran into in other environments where you would have development in their own little entity doing their own things. But the reality is that there's a lot of waste in the cloud. So just be aware, too, that DevOps is not going to be the only focus in FinOps, production certainly as well, development, QA, etc. Now, another area of concern is we need to also realize that economically, the tides appear to be turning in the tech sector as well. The layoffs have tapered off. However, as we have witnessed historically, as the economy progresses from good to not so good to even worse, we typically see layoffs. So we need to be competitive and doing what we can to keep our roles, to keep our customers happy, whatever the situation is. Now, FinOps is an excellent certification that you can look at. Now, there's a FinOps Cloud Practitioner. This is the entry-level FinOps certification from the FinOps Foundation. And it's a nice certification in the sense that you don't have to go to a testing center, show your ID or anything. You take it online. It's timed. You have 1 hour to take effectively 50 questions, and you'll know immediately whether or not you pass. Now, I wanted to talk about a couple little details around the market in general. Now, I was looking at a blog post on the GCPgurus.com, and they had a note around in 2023, the cloud computing market is expected to reach $494+ billion. And because of that, we're seeing, of course, a lot of businesses spending a lot more money in cloud spending because of any number of factors. So you, as a DevOps professional, getting FinOps certified can really make a big difference, especially in a larger organization where you might be deploying thousands of containers every year, deprovisioning, provisioning. And it's not just containers as a DevOps professional we're worried about. It could be virtual machines. It could also be the amount of storage that we're storing on S3 or on cloud storage in Google, whatever service we use. Now, when we consider again, cloud costs. We need to realize too that a lot of these costs, and again, this is from the blog post where it's stating as well that if you're a DevOps professional and you can demonstrate your ability to manage cloud costs and help the organization save money, this is something that a couple unofficial surveys have found that managers really feel is valuable. So that's definitely important. Now, again, the benefits of learning FinOps listed here, and just some of them, just to talk quickly about it, could be being able to understand the cost, but also too dealing with compliance. This is a big deal. Understanding efficiency, realizing that if we're managing more storage, that takes more time, more things to keep track of. And also too, if we have more containers, more VMs, that's also monitoring that we have to also constantly deal with in most environments. So monitoring isn't exactly free in the cloud either. So all of that is basically nickeled and dimed to death in these cloud providers. So if you want to use CloudWatch and you have so many VMs, you get so many API calls free, you get so much bandwidth included. And also too, remember, with the cloud, generally traffic going into the cloud is no cost. The cost is really the traffic coming out of the cloud. So these are things we want to pay attention to. With that said, I absolutely recommend you as a DevOps professional taking the FinOps practitioner certification, and the cost for that is $300. If you do check the Linux Foundation, sometimes they do have discount coupons that are available as well. But with that said, take the FinOps practitioner certification. It's a really achievable certification. It's not super technical as well, but it's technical enough for you as a DevOps professional to feel like you accomplished something. And it's great to add to your resume right now because companies are looking for people that have cloud cost management as well. So with that said, I want to thank you for joining today, and please reach out if you have any questions. Take care.